Hello, I'm Rachel Gokes for Blossoms and Bundles. Today I'm going to tell you how to clean your face with oil. This is called the oil cleansing method, and it works really well. I know it seems a little weird for oil to wash your face really well, because you think most of the soaps and things that we get to wash our face dry out our skin, so isn't oil bad? Well, it's really actually not, because your skin needs it to be healthy. What causes blemishes are hormones, dirt buildup and bacteria, and dead skin cell buildup. So, what this does is it goes deep into your pores, and if you have any oil that's built up and hardened around dirt, then it dissolves the oil, pulls out the dirt, and just cleans your face really, really deeply, and really helps to greatly decrease your amount of blemishes on your face. And so what you use is just some sort of oil. I use macadamia nut oil, but you can use macadamia nut oil or jojoba, which are both very similar to your skin's natural oils, which is also called sebum. But chia seed oil works really well too. Macadamia nut oil is the cheapest. It's $8 for the same amount that you would get of jojoba and chia seed oil, whereas that would be like $23, $24. And so I just prefer using macadamia nut oil because it works well, and I really like it. It smells nice. Some people have good results with olive oil and coconut oil. I find that these are too oily for my skin. That just doesn't work very well. And this works really good for people with acne prone skin. If you have really overly oily skin, then you can put some castor oil in your blend, with your oil, to make it so that way your face it just kind of dries out your face a little bit, but not overly so. And if you do find that your face is a little dry after doing this, because believe it or not, even if your face is oily beforehand and you clean your face, then your face can be a little bit dry, and so you just use the oil that you cleaned your face with to put onto your face. This is why I really like using macadamia nut oil or jojoba or chia seed oil, because I don't know if chia seed oil is very similar to sebum, but it seems to work really well as like macadamia nut or jojoba. So it works a lot better than other oils for me because it doesn't sit on my skin, it doesn't make my skin oily, it soaks in nicely, and it keeps my skin nice and moist. And it's very healing for the skin as well. I like to put in a little bit of tamanu oil because instead of castor oil, since castor oil is a little drying and I don't need any drying effect, then I use tamanu oil. It's a little more expensive than castor oil, but I like it. I think that it not being drying is definitely worth it. And I do like to put some sea buckthorn oil into my blend, just because sea buckthorn oil is so nutritive to your skin and so nutritious. That sounds better than nutritive. I also like using elemi oil. Elemi is in the same family as frankincense and myrrh, and it's very healing, and it's very reparative. And frankincense works really well for if you have scars, but that's very expensive. So that's why I use elemi, because it does help keep your skin from scarring, and for me anyways. And it's a really healing, reparative oil that I really like to use for my skin, and it works well for most people. So, and it's generally just considered safe. There isn't really any harmful effects for most anyone. Some people might have, if they have reactions to frankincense, which most people don't. I've never heard of anyone having a reaction to that, but I mean, as long as you get it from a good source, because if you use an oil that has pesticides on it, the oils go and pass through the blood-brain barrier and cause some serious damage, because it's so small and it can go into your cells, and it can cause damage because you're putting pesticides right into there. I mean, we already have that anyways, because our food has pesticides, we're just laden with toxins, but anything that you can do to help that. And since it goes right into there, then it can, some people can have some serious problems, so you need to make sure that if you use any essential oils anytime, you need to get a really good therapeutic grade. I get mine mostly from just different sources. I get a lot from Mountain Rose Herbs just because they're a really good company that they source everything, and they make sure that they get it either organic or wild harvested or definitely produced without pesticides. And they test all the oils when they come in. They test everything to make sure that it's from a good source and that it's going to be good for you. And so what you do is you have that oil, whatever oil blend you decide to use, you get your face wet and you put some pumps in your hand. I generally use about a dime size because I have it in a pump and I use like 4 pumps. And then I just take 2 fingers and I just rub it on my face in circular motion so that it doesn't pull my skin, because you don't want it to pull your skin, because then you could get premature aging that way. Which, doing this oil cleansing method, the oils will keep your face nice and toned and looking youthful longer, instead of drying out your skin, because drying out your skin is very aging. So you just do that, and then you take a washcloth and you get in really, really hot water. My washcloths are kind of thin, and so I fold them in fourths, and then I just do it in thirds on my face. But if you have a nice thick washcloth, and you just get really, really hot, and then you gotta wring it out so that way it's not sopping with water. And then you just put it on your face, and you let it sit there until your washcloth has gotten cooler. And then you just take like a little side of your washcloth and you just kind of rub it off for your face a little bit, and then I splash my face with cold water to close up my pores, and then I'm done. You can use some of your cleansing oil to moisten your face afterwards, but if your face isn't dry afterwards, then you don't need to. A lot of the times though, your face might be dry. Mine isn't always, but sometimes it is. It just depends on how much oil I've used. And so it's just really nice to use, and it works really well. And my face has been doing really good on it by doing this method. And pretty much everyone that I've asked about it, they've had really good results too. And I'll put some links in the description box below to other videos on people that have different skin types, and just different people that have had different experiences with it, and so that way you can see their videos and see what they've done. My skin is generally normal to oily, and sometimes it can be normal to dry. It just depends on what it does. But so my skin just kind of does whatever it feels like. So yeah, I hope you have fun doing this, because it's like a spa day. I mean, you get to try all these different types of oils to see what works best for you, and every day it'd just be something new and fun. And once you get to whatever you like, then just stick with it. So, and then, but as you age though, your skin will most likely change, and so that way you can just change it a little bit. If you want a nice cleanser that you don't need your cleanser to go really deep into your pores, I really like doing what's called goat milk powder and almond flour. You just mix those equal parts together, and you just do it in a little palm of your hand, just wet it, make a little paste, and then rub it onto your face, your moist face, like a wet face. And it smells like cookies. It smells so good. It doesn't go deep into your pores, but if you just need a nice surface cleanser, then it's fairly quite cheap. For a container of goat milk powder, it's generally like $10, and then just a couple bucks for the oatmeal powder, or the oatmeal flour. But that should last you quite a few months. It'll last you quite a long time. And but give it a try. I have quite a few recipes on my blog on different types of beauty recipes. I have a whole post on toxins that are in our beauty products, and then recipes that I like to use that I'll put in the description box below. And so have fun and good luck.